There's something about this place. Something personal. It's as if I'm the only person in the room when the artist performs. It's an overwhelming feeling of place, unity. I belong here. Music belongs here. Welcome to the roasting room. You belong here.
We both know what we were born to. Not a lot of choices there. Do your job just like you're told to. I could do that anywhere. This old town is tired of trying. This old town is on its knees. This old town is busy dying. You're the only hold on me. Come on now. Come on and go with me. Come on now. Leave the devil to the deep blue sea.
Hi, Mark Bryan from Hootie and the Blowfish, and I love the roasting room.
This is John Driscoll Hopkins with the Zach Brown Band, and I love the roasting room.
Hey, I'm Chris Allen, and I love the roasting room.
Hi, I'm Tyler Eastritt, and I love the roasting room.
Hi, I'm Lee Nash, and I absolutely love the roasting room.
Hey, it's Maggie Rose, and I love the roasting room.
Hey, this is Joe Robinson. I'm here at the roasting room. We had a great show tonight. Love this place. What a fantastic room, fantastic audience.
And I don't remember what it was like before you. Was the air thinner? Didn't that grass have morning dew? 'Cause I'm not seeing clearer, and I'm breathing deeper. And where the young or old, my heart beats for yours.
Going away, turn out the light, going into the dark and into the night. You're singing our songs, all in reverse, give it more time, and you won't get burned. You're nothing like me.
I've memorized how to find the light in yourself. I can shine so bright for anyone else. Ooh, and so they say that I'm fine, and I lie to everyone I see. Swear that I've made it through, and losing you didn't almost destroy me.
What do you want to do with your life, Frankie?
I don't know.
All right, what kind of stuff you want to make? I think you got potential. I want to make a next picture.
Really?
Yeah.
What now?
Yeah, right now.
Yo, what's up? Thanks for checking out this video.
My little niece worships these guys who do and say nothing
Yo, why is my existence so lit?
and promote a lifestyle of doing and saying nothing.
Hashtag swimming pool, hashtag cocktail, hashtag this pineapple life. You can't be following me. Like, I'm no one special, man.
Holy.
You've got talent. Do you want to be the guys that made 2 cool videos? Or do you want to be no one special?
This is the beginning.
People came.
Oh my God! This is all that matters. We're all here.
It's crazy how good this is, huh?
We have phone or no phone.
I'm Charles Melton, and I'm here with No One Special.
Then we have a game show. Bad idea. Good idea?
I love you, No One Special.
This is just feeling so right. We're about to go stratospheric.
You know I see you, right?
You see me?
Don't hurt her.
Love that, Jake.
Are you prepared to let the world see the real you?
He's not who he says he is.
Your success directly contradicts your message, does it not?
You tell viewers that they're stupid for watching us.
I want you to wake up because you're getting swept up in this.
You're so jealous of him.
Get the viewers back up before we lose any more.
A prophet will not be accepted in his hometown. You get to lead the revolution.
Are you gonna stop
It could be really powerful. Have you told me one single thing that was true?
I hate myself. I'm no one special.
Cut. That was great.
Came back to find you, South Carolina. Heard from the Golden Gate you'd come back in style. House by the ocean, beating my heart again. Starting a family on nickels and dimes sometimes. All those yellow lines winding through the pines drop you in the ocean like a stone. Now your body's home, now you're free to roam. Laughing 'cause you know you're not alone. Jenny, Jenny, who can I turn to? You give me something I can hold on to. I know you think I'm like the others before, who saw your name and number on the wall. Daddy, I got your number. I need to make you mine. Daddy, don't change your number. 8675309. 8675309. 8675309.
Hello, and welcome to the Roasting Room, where we care deeply about musical performance and the artists that make it happen. You wouldn't be sitting here tonight without the support of the following local sponsors.
AIC.
Advanced Integrated Controls.
And the Bluffton Sun and the Hilton Head Sun newspapers.
Fabulous.
Clear Cut Cubes.
Court Atkins Group.
ERA, Evergreen Real Estate Company.
Harbor Point Dentistry.
Hargrave Communications.
John's Music.
Montage Palmetto Bluff.
Old Town Bluffton Inn.
Rewind 1079.
Charter One Realty.
Simpson Construction.
Kevin Sevier, State Farm Insurance.
Support these local businesses because they allow us to make decisions that benefit you. Now, tonight's performance, along with all of our featured performances, is being recorded. You'll notice highly sensitive microphones in the middle of the room, and they can hear everything. With that in mind, please keep your conversations to a minimum out of respect for the artist and those around you. Enjoy the show.
Good evening, y'all. Thank you so much for coming out. I don't think I've been this nervous for a show in a while, actually. It is so wonderful to see all of y'all. Thank you.
To be fair, we haven't played all that much in the last 2 years. It's really nice to be back in a room full of people and playing some music again.
It is, even before everything shut down, it was rare to see a room quite like this, especially packed, so thank y'all, seriously. Means the world to us. Anyway, I'll stop before I cry. We are Haunted Like Human. We're a little duo out of Nashville, Tennessee. We're so excited to be here, y'all. This has been a room that's been like kind of on my wish list for several years now. So when we got an okay, I was like, Cody! I was like screaming across the house, like, we get to play the room. So we hope that y'all enjoy us half as much as we enjoy y'all. We're going to kick this off for you with the first single that we released off of our latest record. We put out a new record, Tall Tales and Fables, back in October. And this is the first one off of it. It's a song called Stay. Darling, you don't hold me close the way you used to do. And I wonder what you're thinking when I'm reaching out for you. You're trying to be patient, yeah, you're trying to be kind. But I know that you're still running from the demons in my mind. But I promise this thing in my head, it ain't got the best of me yet. Somewhere between all the wine and the chemicals that are out of whack in my mind. Somewhere between all the whiskey and the medicine that I'm drowning in to stay alive. I am often unkempt and unreasonable, but I swear to God that this is me trying. I'm begging you, stay. I'm begging you, stay. I know the weight of my sins is a heavy thing to hold, but I am not yours to carry. I can lift it on my own. We're tired here together from these long and lonely nights where your sighing sounds like screaming. I'm trying to make it out alive, but I promise this thing in my head, it ain't got the best of me yet. Somewhere between all the wine and the chemicals that are out of whack in my mind. Somewhere between all the whiskey and the medicine that I'm drowning in to stay alive. I am often unkempt and unreasonable, but I swear to God that this is me trying. I'm begging you, stay. I'm begging you, stay.
Don't give up on me.
Give up on
I won't give up.
But I promise this thing in my head, it ain't got the best of me yet. Somewhere between all the wine and the chemicals that are out of whack in my mind. Somewhere between all the whiskey and the medicine that I'm drowning in to stay alive. I am often unkempt and unreasonable, but I swear to God that this is me trying. I'm begging you, stay. I'm begging you, stay. So darling, won't you hold me close the way you used to do?
Thank you all.
Thank you, guys. I'm still drinking it all in. I'm really sorry. It's, you know, we haven't been able to play all that many shows, and very few listening rooms, you know. Trying to make a buck at a brewery is far different than doing this. So thank you, guys. If you think to yourself, wow, that kid's a little young to be wearing a knee brace, and it's kind of weird that they're sitting down, just the two of them, you'd be right on both accounts. A very long story short, I had an unfortunate encounter with one of those damn e-scooters. Yeah, feel free to laugh at me, I deserve it. So after I have surgery next week, I'll be able to perform standing up again in a couple of months. But so for now, I'm sitting and Cody is sitting in solidarity. And we figured if we were keeping things chill, I don't know how many of y'all have been to Nashville or seen Writers Rounds. It's a very Nashville thing. Yes, I was hoping some people would. But, you know, it's just 3-4 songwriters up on the stage. You just kind of like go down the line. Everybody's on a stool, and they just kind of pick the next song off the bat. And typically they all know each other. They've all written together. It's a very, like, fun, chill, easy peasy, off the cuff time. So we figured we'd just sort of have a list of songs in front of us and sort of go back and forth and pick like we do when we're practicing, instead of having like a super set list for y'all. So I'm gonna make Cody pick first. Haha.
All right. Well, I was kind of thinking maybe Feels Like Fire.
Okay, yeah, let's throw it back. Like I said, we put out Tall Tales and Fables in October. We did our debut full-length Ghost Stories in 2017, and we put out an EP, Folklore, in 2018, and this was one of the singles off of that. It was the first music video we ever got to shoot. So if you really like this song, you can check that out on YouTube. This was a song that started as a dumb thing that Cody said in passing. The place that he was renting out, it was a furnished room, and we were leaving to, like, go get some drinks or dinner or pizza or something down the road, and there was this very old lamp that had the kind of shoddy wrapping around it, and before we left, he kind of leans behind this chair and plugs it out, or unplugs it. He's like, "This feels like a fire waiting to happen," and I was like, "That feels like a song waiting to happen." So it went from a silly comment to a song kind of inspired by people that were mean to me when I was young and naive. So this just feels like fire. We collide like flint and steel. We're lighting up like fireworks in the dark, and I'm trying hard to just stay still. But you're pulling me in, and I'm wanting to play the part. Too young to know that it's not romance. Too young to know the way his game is played. It's dangerous and magic, beautiful and tragic. Feels like a fire waiting to happen. Feels like a fire waiting to start. And I was never gonna save my heart from you.
skin. Your whispers run in my head all through the night. I ain't proud of the state I'm in. I'm a puppet on strings, don't think I could put up a fight. Too young to know that it's not romance. Too young to know the way his game is played. It's dangerous and magic, beautiful and tragic. Feels like a fire waiting to happen. Feels like a fire waiting to start. And I was never gonna save my heart. And lovers like that, they all just leave their ghosts. Burn like a fire, and I still smell the smoke. I still smell the smoke. And darling, do you smell the smoke? Feel the spark, let it pull you in. You wanna be tempted, so come on and give me a shot. You think you know how this begins, but I'm taking your hand and I'm leading you into the dark. You ought to know that this ain't romance. But if you don't know the way the game is played, it's dangerous and magic, beautiful and tragic. Feels like a fire waiting to happen. Feels like a fire waiting to start. And I was never gonna save your heart for you. For you. For you. Thank you.
Thank you.
How would you feel about picking it up a little and doing Bruce Feet?
Yeah.
Woo. This was one that we actually started writing for that 2018 EP. And we were like convinced when we were writing it that it was going to be the single for the EP, and then it didn't even make the cut when we were doing song selection. But we liked it, so we took it back to the drawing board, reworked it a fair bit, and then we're convinced it would be a single this time, and then it still wasn't. But it's a fun one. It's one that's been around for a minute. Every now and then we have people. It's like, hey, I saw you a long time ago. Didn't you play that? I was like, yeah, we did. But this
probably sounds a little different today. Than
definitely sounds a little different than it did. But this one is kind of a love letter back to myself in several different places in trying to do this crazy thing that is being a musician, let alone an independent musician, because it is the hardest thing that I have ever done, but it is also like the single most rewarding. And so it was sort of like, I know this time is very, very difficult, but if you hold on a little longer, it's about to be so worth it, was essentially kind of where this song was coming from. And I had a working title for a long time, and then after so many years of working with that, we couldn't figure out what else to name it. So it's still called Bruce Feet. Hope y'all enjoy. You say you got a wandering soul, 'cause you're always wondering what it would be like to really up and leave home. You're telling me your heart's a mess. You've seen the bottom of too many bottles, but there's still an ache in your chest. Yeah, you romanticize the feast and famine, paralyzed by fear of failing. Yeah, I know.
But I'm holding out my hand, come on and take it, jump on in, 'cause you can't fake this. Do you wanna hear the stories these bruised feet can tell? 'Cause I've been chasing sunrises, throwing change and wishing wells, and I'm running to and I'm running from, and oh Lord knows that I ain't done running for the sake of running wild. So come with me, child. You've got this tendency to roam. You're always running from the messes. You're making mistakes you just can't let go. And you're afraid you're gonna fall apart. You feel it coming in the rail lines. You're walking in cold winds that rattle in your heart. But you'll either make it or it's gonna kill you, break your back and pray it comes through. Yeah, I know. Now I'm holding out my hand, come on and take it, jump on in, 'cause you can't fake this. Do you wanna hear the stories these bruised feet can tell? 'Cause I've been chasing sunrises, throwing change and wishing wells, and I'm running to and I'm running from, and oh Lord knows that I ain't done running for the sake of running wild. So come with me, child. Come with me, child. Come with me, child. That thing you're searching for, it's there inside you, at your core, you can't deny it. Breathe in slow. Now I'm holding out my hand, come on and take it, don't let go, 'cause you can't fake this. Do you wanna hear the stories these bruised feet can tell? 'Cause I've been chasing sunrises, throwing change and wishing wells, and I'm running to and I'm running from, and oh Lord knows that I ain't done running for the sake of running wild. So come with me, child. Come with me, child. Come with me, child. Come with me, child. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sure, why not? Oh man. I'll also.
Yeah, that's a fun
we
question.
do appreciate a small bit of respectful heckling. Thank you. A little bit of crowd participation every now and then never hurt. Yeah, I'll let Cody take that one. He tells it better than I do.
Sure. I guess it was back in 2017. I was just visiting Nashville at that point. I was still living in Washington, but Dale was over there, and we had met and kind of started writing together. And the first couple songs we'd written, we both felt it had gone really well.
Yeah,
we liked where things were going. My lease in Washington State was up in like a month, so I was planning on just moving on over to Nashville and seeing where this goes.
It's like, hear me out. We should just be a band, even though you live 2 time zones away.
And that was about all the conversation there was about it, and I loaded up the van and moved. But as we were writing these first couple songs, we always kind of start writing from a base of storytelling. You know, what story are we trying to sell with this song? And I guess we kind of decided at some point that, you know, all the haunting themes in the songs that we'd written, that it was kind of almost a universal human experience to be a little bit haunted by the past or regrets or something. So we were trying to capture that both in our name and kind of in our songwriting.
Hey, thanks. That and when he said it offhand, I mean, we'd been spitballing for hours and days, actually. We were on the second day of this, like, really working in on it. And he said it, and I was like, we're done. That's it. I was like, okay, cool, like, sweet. It's just, it really, really clicked. We really kind of put words to it later. and how it all sort of tied back in that. And I think it set a nice theme because we do tend to use a lot of like death and spooky and ghostly imagery, which isn't on purpose. It's just, it's poignant imagery, so it works. It's your turn, though.
It is. Along those lines, how would you feel about doing Ghost Towns?
Okay.
While we're talking about spooky things.
This is the second single off of the new record. Cody and I do a whole bunch of co-writing. This is like one of the only songs where I have written all of the lyrics in one setting. It was very early. It was like April of 2020. You were like, we don't know how much longer this is going to go on. This isn't fun anymore. We're coping by like drunkenly making 3 a.m. chimichangas with the roommates. So they were cooking. They were breakfast chimichangas, by the way, with like tots. It was great. And I was like, I have this idea. I'm going to like sneak away and start writing this down. And evidently they just didn't notice that I was gone. We were several drinks in at this point. And I did not show Cody these lyrics for weeks because I was like, I like them, but I don't know if this was just like a good drunk idea or like actually a good idea. So it's one of the few that I was like, hey, Cody, here's like kind of a song. Do you want to put music under that? And it's probably one of our favorites off this record at this point. We'd love to chat with people if you want to hang out at the merch table. That's where we'll be. I'd love to give you like all of the backstory of what went into this song, but I'll just go ahead and play it for you.
There's nothing quite like the people left walking around ghost towns. The rings round their eyes in the way that they drift on the wind. They're still following echoes from past lives they lived. They remind me of stories I heard as a kid. So how do I set you free when the lost don't wanna be found? And how do I get you to see that there's nothing left here for you now? That there's nothing left here for you now. Stretching on tiptoes to reach for a reason to hold on. But I'm falling forward, they're falling back into themselves. Yeah, they're walking their circles of personal hell. And they sigh like the sound of the night in the elms. So how do I set you free when the lost don't wanna be found? And how do I get you to see that there's nothing left here for you now? That there's nothing left here for you now. Are you scared of dying? Are you fighting to stay awake? You know it's not your job, dear, to mourn the mistakes that we make. I just pray the Lord your soul to take. So how do I set you free when the lost don't wanna be found? And how do I get you to see that there's nothing left here for you now? That there's nothing left here for you now? That there's nothing left here for you now?
I guess it's your turn.
I know. I didn't think about this ahead of time, so now I'm panicking.
That's part of the fun, isn't it?
I know. I'm like, live in the moment, Dale. Just remember the words. Don't be thinking 10 steps ahead. And then here I am, not knowing what song I'm trying to pick next.
She loves planning way too much for that.
Oh, man, you should see my spreadsheets. I love planning things. Helps me control my anxiety a little bit. Thank you. Sorry? Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We already played that one. I'll do the next one. Oh, well, and unfortunately, we just did Ghost Towns. Y'all are picking good numbers. Let's do Afterlife. I'm pretty sure they come back to back on the record anyway, and if we're gonna just stick with the kind of spooky, ghosty theme, this honestly, I had a pretty rough breakup. Honestly, like right before we went to the studio for Folklore, I had like just graduated college, and this blindsided me out of nowhere, and I was very not okay. And I was just really in denial about it for a hot minute. I was like, it's fine, it's just a weird moment. Here's all these ways I'm gonna like patch this up from 8 hours away. It's fine. It was in fact not fine. I spent too many hours like crying in the bathroom. It was rough. And I finally just kind of had to like look myself in the mirror and be like, you have to snap out of this. Like, this is not good. You have to let it go and move on. And that's really what this song is about. I'd had this image in my head of like what it might be like to walk through essentially like a cemetery of past relationships and like wonder what you would put on the headstone because people only ever put nice things on there, right? So even like, so kind of the way that we'd like look back with rose-colored glasses, all of those things had kind of been sitting in my brain for several months. And so once I finally did kind of snap out of it, all of that just really kind of came together for me. And I was like, Cody, I have this idea. We just called it The Ghosty Bit, was the working title for a long time. And then Afterlife became the actual name. People only ever write the nicest things on headstones. Turn all the dirty secrets in the bad blood back to dust. A lover's graveyard is nothing but a patch of pretty lies. And when it's dark, it can trick your mind. The moonlight pulls you in just like the waves up to the shoreline. 'Cause sorrow thins the veil between the madness and the truth. You're haunting hallowed places just to search for signs of life. 'Cause when it's dark, it can trick your mind. So darling, don't go digging up graves. When love is lost, the afterlife is a choice you gotta make. So put the nails in the coffin, let them rust in place. But darling, don't go digging up graves. You're drifting through the lonely and the hurt like cigarette smoke. Ungrounded and unflinching like it's all just fever dreams. You're reaching out at shadows that can't bring the dead to life. 'Cause when it's dark, it can trick your mind. So darling, don't go digging up graves. When love is lost, the afterlife is a choice you gotta make. So put the nails in the coffin, let them rust in place. But darling, don't go digging up graves.
till the light. Close your eyes against the light. The waking from the sleep is slow, but the hardest part is letting go. So darling, don't go digging up graves. When love is lost, the afterlife is a choice you gotta make. So put the nails in the coffin, let them rust in place. But darling, don't. Darling, don't go digging up graves.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, not so ready to talk smack, are you now, Cody?
No, it's not that easy, I guess. Did you do River?
Woo! That's fun.
A little bit of a throwback for us.
A little bit of a throwback. This was the first single that we ever put out. It was a song that I really felt for a long time got like way more love than we deserved. This is another one that started off of like a silly thing that Cody said in passing, but that'll be another like merch table story if you want to dig in and hear it. So we can keep like the more kind of fun new stories a little longer for the set. But this is a song that we love deeply. It's off our very first record. It's called River. I'm all out of sorts. I can't seem to find my north, or let alone tell us apart like black and white and gray. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Can't seem to know my own kind, twisting, torn, and blown about like white sheets in the wind. So take me down to the river, let me find myself there. Let me slip in the water, see if I care, if I ever come back up. I don't know if I'll ever come back up. Oh, I don't know. I'm all out of sorts. I can't seem to stay the course. If I can never find when there's a storm that blows me back, guess I'm stretched thin and pulled tight, but scared to fall from this height. I'm an empty liar just with pretty painted eyes. So take me down to the river, let me find myself there. Let me slip in the water, see if I care, if I ever come back up. I don't know if I'll ever come back up. Oh, I don't know. Down at the bottom of the river, sit a while and learn to breathe. I'm asking questions, gotta know if there's any hope for me to come back up, break through the surface, find a purpose that shall see. So take me down to the river, let me find myself there. Let me slip in the water, see if I care, if I ever come back up. I don't know if I'll ever come back up. I'm going down to the river, let you know I'm headed there. Watch me slip in the water, see if I care, if I ever come back up. I don't know, I might never come back up. Oh, I don't know. Thank you. let's chill it out just a little bit. Oh, the rain came in heavy. Let's use the ambiance. Oh, I'm ready. I'm so excited to play for a room full of people that actually like want to listen. What a treat. Sorry? I mean, you can drink your beer as long as you like. Yes. Well, I mean, as long as you like sip nicely and you're not like yelling at a sports game, it's fine. It's fine. How'd you feel about doing Georgia? Yeah. Thank you.
We don't have a song called South Carolina yet, but we're working our way through the states. We got.
We more or less are.
We've got at least 3 or 4 or 5.
We've got California on the first record, and then Ohio and Georgia.
Ohio, Georgia.
We'll do Ohio later.
All?
I think right now that's all. Inevitably, I feel like we'll write one about Idaho. Inevitably, he spent a lot of time there. He loves it. Anyway, I digress. This song is essentially me trauma dumping on you, so buckle up. I grew up in Georgia. I know we're in South Carolina. I grew up like just south of Atlanta, and it's like technically metro, but also like 2 steps away from being in the sticks. Really weird like edge to be on. But this is a song that started when I was in college, and in like the same weekend, my dad was getting remarried and also very out of nowhere like selling the home that I'd grown up in and moving down to Macon. And there were lots of feelings about that because also, to be fair, it was like right around COVID times. I was processing a lot. But he got married up in the mountains of North Georgia. It's like kind of the foothills of the Appalachians. It's really pretty. And it was, we like played a song at the wedding. He was my +1. As we were driving up kind of into the mountains on this really nice afternoon to do the rehearsal dinner. This was kind of when this started coming, and was a really good way for me to kind of process everything. And it's one of the few songs that I was like, Cody, I'm doing this thing. I'm gonna do it all by myself, and then you can do the music. I was just like, I really gotta figure out what I'm trying to say here, and didn't want to subject him to being my therapist for hours on end while I tried to figure it out. But so this is pretty deep cut on our latest record. I don't expect anybody to love it as much as I do, but I'm very proud of it. So this is a song called Georgia. There's a word for missing places that can never be the same, and I can't find it on my tongue now, but it echoes in my brain. And I never knew that ghost towns could feel quite this way. Alive for everybody else, but I feel empty just the same. But I know it like I know how the carpet stains with clay, rust red from the iron running through it, like it's running in my veins. As far as second chances, guess you all can rewrite your fate. But I know that when I die, I'll be the last one of my name. So lay me down in the water when the creek is running clear. Baptize me with the crawfish and the catfish and the deer. And it was never quite that simple, but it's held there in my mind. It was Georgia. Yeah, it was mine. I have my father's stubborn blood and my mother's anxious mind. I am the last remaining monument to things we lost in time. And though there's fresh new paint and
unfinished things these walls could never lie. They hold the remnants of a family from a not so distant life. Sometimes there's questions you don't ask for fear of learning who was right, for fear of seeing that the world was never neatly black and white. They say redemption isn't something you could ever earn or buy, but Earth's a bare-knuckle boxing match, a winner-take-all fight. So may we rise like the mountains where they're whispering of gold, and know they may not be the highest, but they're gentle and they're old. And you can't want it when you have it, but I'm missing it with time. It was Georgia. It was mine. Thank you, guys. Yeah, I was about to say, now would be a good time for that. Ha-ha. Yeah. A brief intermission. Should we move for you at all or anything?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Nothing to see here. Hey guys, welcome. I'm Josh, and I'm gonna not make eye contact with this fine gentleman down here because I got a couple things. Can y'all hear me? I got a couple things I want to say. Jordan and I opened this place in December of 2015. We started thinking it up 6 or 9 months earlier. We probably started talking about it about a year prior to that, something like that. I can't remember when we started talking about it, but it was before we even built the building. Everybody thought we should do a real estate office and something really boring and cash flow working and really easy to make money off of and things like that.
That's boring.
Yeah, I just had a vision of wanting to do something really great with music, and Jordan kind of lit that dream on fire. And it wasn't long before I wasn't even downstairs. The coffee shop wasn't even working before I was like, I'm sorry, Isaac's on top of it. Before I was ready to.
Me? Yes. Aha. Here we go.
Bigger. We're gonna do that one.
There you go.
That's fine.
Sharesies.
You want to hold that one for me? Sure. I get nervous when I have too many things. Yeah, good. Appreciate that. Sorry about that. So unprofessional. Anyway, this just kind of like came to life. Our visions, we said, both of us together. Maybe it was just me, but I imagine it being both of us together. We're like, because he was like such a big deal around here, and I was like, if the forces of Jordan and I ever came together, it would be so epic. I remember that conversation, and we did. And I'm not that good at many things, but seriously. But I learned so well, so quickly, and he's taught me so many things. But everything you could possibly imagine, from like the barrel heads on the wall, the wood on the wall, the stage, the floors, the benches. I mean, Jordan's here too. So Clayton's here too. So he had a lot of hand in a lot of things. He built that light fixture. He built all the benches. But without all of us kind of working together, nobody would be here. Like literally, nobody would be in this room right now. I wouldn't be here, it would be a real estate office, you know? So hopefully, maybe it would be nothing, but what I'm trying to say is without Jordan and me and his very lovely and patient wife, Allie, and my very lovely and patient wife, Callie, and the friendship that we bonded, we wouldn't have this. So, yeah, thank you. I will add, he hates being the center of spotlight, so he's dying for this to be over. Which is why I can't look at him, because I'll stop immediately. But I wanted to say one or two more things. Above and beyond thank you, you've helped me fulfill a dream that I've had. We've lived this out together. When we first started, his dad is upstairs. We've got a little thing up there. We'll try not to bother you guys. But was reminding me of a time before the time I remember when we were sitting around a fire at maybe your house or Clayton's, talking about how we would love to have a place where local musicians could come and play their own music. You know, and since then, you know, and like paying $5 to come and see a concert or show or live music in general was unheard of in Bluffton before we kind of tried to put this together. There was zero, like nowhere else in town still charges any dollars to go see live music. So we put this together, and you know, it turns out $5 isn't enough to make afford to pay for these lovely artists up here that, as they said, have been dying to play here. So we're far beyond that now, and we're very thankful for that. Anyway, I've got a few things that I wanted to give to you and Allie as a thank you for not only putting this room together, putting our old coffee shop 10 years ago together, downstairs together, the bathroom, like you guys can never imagine. I'd be up here for an hour trying to explain how much he's done for us. But nonetheless, here's a few things. Yeah. Say what? I know. Y'all want me to shut up too. All right, here we go. Please don't stop the music. No, I don't sing, I promise. I've got a really nice bottle of scotch. He's not a bourbon fan. I've got a 15-year bottle of scotch I wanted to give you from the roasting room. We have a live subscription to all of the shows. He's already got that. Can't offer you that. I do, however, have two more things. One is he loves coffee as much as I do. I think almost as much as I do. A lifetime subscription of coffee from the Corner Perk. You're going to need it. And a bunch of cool coffee gear. So that's this. And finally, the best gift of ever, Jordan Ross. We pass out bowling trophies at sold out shows, and you guys almost got it. And next time you come, you're going to totally get it. This says, Jordan Ross, the GOAT, the greatest of all time, roasting room, captain of live acoustical taming and talent.
I'll save you from that. How about that? Like I said, we are so just honored and so grateful to be here. This is such a wonderful room. Right? I'm working on it. Like I said, I love some respectful heckling. But I, was shooting off a booking email with a wing and a prayer, like knowing that they were probably never even going to get back to me. And they were like, hey, actually, we heard your song, Ohio. And Jordan here is leaving South Carolina and moving to Ohio, and we've been looking for somebody to like kind of do his send-off show, and it feels like you guys would be perfect for it. You guys want to come? And I was like, yes, I do. Cody, we're getting in the car. But so that was the serendipity that brought us all here together. So obviously it feels like the great song to play next. It kind of came to us by way of Cody's grandmother. For us, it's kind of a story very heavily inspired by her. He's got a family that lives just outside of Columbus. And we were visiting with them and chatting with Nana. And she was talking about how not too long after she'd gotten married down in South Carolina, where she grew up, kind of around the Columbia area, she was pregnant and they were like really poor. And basically her husband was like, I'm shipping you up to Ohio to live with my family. They can take care of you. I'll work and send up money. I'll be right behind you, kind of thing. And all of this stuff kept coming up. And she said very offhand, like, he's just trying to get back to Ohio. And I was like, there's a song in that, Nana. And so, you know, we had a lot of fun with it, and we were going to be really happy if just Nana liked it and Cody's family liked it. And it wasn't even a single off of the record, but we were so incredibly lucky for the Bluegrass Situation to pick it up and premiere it, and then for a couple of Spotify like curated bluegrass playlists to pick it up and run with it. So it's gotten a lot of love, and I love it in a whole new way now. So it started as a very like humble thing, and now I'm like, hey, people kind of know this one. That's crazy. So in honor of Mr. Ross, this is Ohio. Dear Diana, I confess that though Columbia's a mess, I swear to God this one last job will get us through. I know this isn't what we planned, but I'm doing all I can. A few more weeks and I'll be running back to you. But now I'm stuck in Carolina trying to find my way home. But the work is going along, I feel it heavy in my bones. And I'm just trying to get back to Ohio. Yeah, I'm just trying to get back to Ohio. My love, the stars here ain't as bright as a clear Ohio night, but I still find the ones I know that you can see. I'm pulling strength down from above, but it's never quite enough. The more I work, it seems, the less I get to keep. But now I'm stuck in Carolina trying to find my way home. But the money don't go far enough for how far I gotta go. And I'm just trying to get back to Ohio. Yeah, I'm just trying to get back to Ohio. I left you in the summer sun when hopes were high and dreams could run, but none of this was how it was meant to go. Yeah, I've been gone for far too long. The best intentions can run wrong, and even Carolina's starting to get cold. Darling, you told me from the start to never bet against my odds. In all this time I've never held a winning hand. There's giving up but try and fight, and then there's doing what is right. I'm packing up and going back to be your man. 'Cause I've been stuck in Carolina trying to find my way home. Guess the rails can take me north back to my lover in the snow. And I'm just trying to get back to Ohio. Yeah, I'm just trying to get back to Ohio. Yeah, I'm just trying to get back to Ohio. Yeah, I'm just trying to get back to Ohio. Thank you.
Thank you.
Here's the issue. That one was pre-planned in that spot, and I don't remember whose turn it was. Oh, I picked Georgia last, so it's you. Ha!
All right, I guess it's me.
You need your readers, Mr. Clark?
Need my reading glasses.
You're not that old yet. He was about to hit me. No, it's fine. We're going to do that. Let's do it. Yeah.
We're going to do Whistling Tree.
This is another long story that I'll make short for you. This was the last single that we put out off of the latest record, and we did a music video for this one. I should have said this first. Happy Pride Month, y'all. This was a song that really, as I came into my identity as a queer person and really found a lot of confidence in that identity, that it felt like a story that was more and more important to tell. And this is the only other song that I was like, I love you, but you're straight. I gotta do this by myself for a minute. And so this was really my baby in the studio. I was like, guys, I'm really sorry if I'm kind of a bitch about this one. I've got a vision, and they forgave me in the end. That's all that mattered. But if you really like this one, there's a music video for it. All of our actors were absolutely phenomenal. So go give it a watch. This one's called Whistling Tree. Hold your breath and just hold me to keep from breathing in the secondhand smoke of what we're supposed to be. 'Cause they're just con men selling us their lies. Yeah, they wrap round our heads, take what they can and leave our hearts behind. So won't you meet me in that secret place where lovers go to hide their face? So when the sun sinks low, find the place we're free. Come down by love to the whistling tree. Won't you take my hand and follow my lead? Come down by love to the whistling tree. Blood in the roots, whispers in the leaves, from all the carved out scars, forgotten names of lovers and their dreams. And in this stillness, we move with ease. If this is the only place I can be with you, then this is where I'll be. So won't you meet me in that secret place where lovers go to hide their face? Hear the time move slow and the air tastes sweet. Come down, my love, to the whistling tree. Won't you take my hand and follow my lead? Come down, my love, to the whistling tree. For too long, I've been casting my eyes down. I never knew the way it made me numb. I'm tired, love, of hiding in the shadows. I long to see our colors in the sun. 'Cause you are honey on my lips, the warmth glowing under my skin. And if heaven isn't here with you, then I don't care to taste it. Some call us sinners, but I swear that you make me clean. 'Cause you are everything I've always wanted. You're all I'll ever need.
And I know you hate this, biting down on your screen. But if you're leaving here for good this time, don't you dare go without me. So won't you meet me in that secret place where lovers go to hide their face? Speak your heart out loud, see the way it gleams. Calm down, my love, to the whistling tree. Won't you take my hand and follow my lead? Calm down, my love, to the whistling tree. With this one last cry, maybe they could see. Calm down, my love, to the whistling tree. Won't you take my hand and swing with me from a night in a robe in the whistling tree?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, heck, now it's my turn. Okay, I gotta compose myself from that. Every now and then, that still nearly, it took me like a year to get all those lyrics together, and every now and then, it still gets me. What if you want to do I Am California? How'd you feel about that? Yeah. We're still doing all right. Yeah, we're doing all right. We don't often get rooms that, actually just want to, like, hang out and listen. So, given, a little bit longer of a set, I was hoping y'all wouldn't mind if we threw in a cover that we just really, really like to sing. And Cody takes the lead on this one, so I get a little bit of a break. This is a song called I Am California by John Craigie, and it's one of our favorites.
You tried to drown your sorrows. You shouldn't have taught them how to swim. And now you are right back where you began. Winter skies approaching, all alone in the wasteland. Alone is the only way that they let you in. So drink all my wine, cut all my trees, make love on my beaches, smoke all my weed. I am California, can't you see? Wherever you roam, you'll always want me. We struggle with our lovers. We don't know what to let in, 'cause the new ones pay for the old ones' sins. Blinded by your shadow, faded on your love. You don't know how deep you are till you get pulled back up. So drink all my wine, cut all my trees, make love on my beaches, smoke all my weed. I am California, can't you see? Wherever you roam, you'll always
always want me. So drink all my wine, cut all my trees, make love on my beaches, smoke all my weed. I am California, can't you see? Wherever you roam, you'll always want me. Yeah, dig all my gold, soak in my springs, conquer my mountains if that's what you need. I am California, can't you see? Wherever you roam, you'll always want me. 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 Yeah, you'll always want me. You'll always want me. You'll always want me.
Thank you. Thank you for indulging us. What do you want to do now, Cody?
Well,
let's pick it backwards. Let's do it in the woods. That's what I was feeling. Yeah, cool.
All right.
This is another one from the EP that we put out in 2018 from Folklore. And this was the other single off of that EP. Our first record's called Ghost Stories. Ghost Stories was actually the very first song that we wrote together before we had a name, before we had whatever, and so it felt very fitting that it should be like the title track to our first record. And after that came out, I got a little bit obsessed with the idea of like writing a ghost story kind of thing, like an urban legend. And I was flipping stations in Nashville, and there was some radio station evidently that drifts across the state line from Kentucky that had some rage and bluegrass tune that mentioned something about like, and now there's 2 bodies in the woods. And I was like, yes, that is exactly what I needed. Thank you. So I was like, Cody, I have a weird idea, but hear me out. And I presented it to him, and he was like, all right, sure. And that's what I love about him, because I lay out weird ideas for him. He's like, all right, why not? Sure, sounds great. And it was very much, I had like the whole storyline in my head, and it was either going to be like a 5-minute epic or like the 2.5-minute song that it is. And I'm very much glad that it is the latter, but it's a fun one to play. I'm glad we're dusting this one off for y'all. This is a song called In the Woods. I forgot you do that. Down past Barton Hollow by the railroad line, they say that's where she up and lost her pretty little mind. Blame it on the full moon, blame it on the drag, call it what you will, but she left her ring home on the sink. And now there's 2 bodies in the woods, 2 bodies in the woods, 2 bodies in the woods, 2 bodies, 2 bodies in the woods, 2 bodies in the woods, 2 bodies in the woods, 2 bodies. Didn't take too long before the police came, 'cause 3 folks were missing and the whole damn town was up in Raising Cane. Preacher had a secret, guess he couldn't hide. Had a wife at home,
but he was sleeping with a lover by his side. And now there's two bodies in the woods, two bodies in the woods, two bodies in the woods, two bodies. Two bodies in the woods, two bodies in the woods, two bodies in the woods, two bodies. Rumor has it that she followed when he left one night. She grabbed a shovel and his gun and she tracked until she had his lover in her sights. Knew the train was coming, but the whistle couldn't hide. And the gossips say they heard a shotgun ringing out across the night. And now there's two bodies in the woods, two bodies in the woods, two bodies in the woods, two bodies. Two bodies in the woods, two bodies in the woods, two bodies in the woods, two bodies. Down past Barton Hollow by the railroad line, they say that's where two murdered souls come out to howl at night. Blame it on the full moon. No one really knows how three people came up missing. They ain't never found no bones. They're screaming, two bodies in the woods, two bodies in the woods, two bodies in the woods, two bodies. Two bodies in the woods, two bodies in the woods, two bodies in the woods, two bodies. Two bodies in the woods, two bodies in the woods, two bodies in the woods, two bodies. Two bodies in the woods, two bodies in the woods, two bodies in the woods, two bodies. Thank you, friends.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We just got a couple left.
Yeah. Hold on. That was probably the time where we make an actual plan for the last few that we do for you. How would you feel about? Let's do. We can just. Yeah. Do you want to do September? Oh, we can. There's an intermission. We can do like four more. Soothsayer. Things fall apart. Friend of one. How do you feel about that?
Soothsayer. Say it again.
September. Soothsayer. Things fall apart. Cool. All right. We have a plan.
Got a game plan.
Wonderful. Where I was like, all right, we know the first song and then the last two songs we want to do, and it's like, all right, how do we fill in the middle? So we're gonna do a handful more for y'all. Again, thank you for being here. This has been wonderful. This next one is the first song off of the new record. It was a song that we were co-writing, and I was meeting like a buddy of Cody's for the very first time. So I wanted to kind of throw out an idea for this co-write that I wasn't like super emotionally attached to try to keep my guard up. And I think somehow he sensed that because he flipped the script on me. And what was supposed to be like a comfy like afternoon hangout, chill kind of co-write became like a 14-hour knockdown, drag out, multiple bottles of wine and lots of tears kind of co-write. But big fan of the song that came of it. So this is how we start off the new record. It's one called September. Watched you slip through my fingers, falling out of time. You burned this house to cinders, like nothing here was mine. Now I'm left sifting through the ashes. Was it something about September? I don't know. 'Cause everything around me's changing. I'm trying to let go. Was it a trick of the light or a change in the weather? Or maybe something about September? I know you're off
and tired, but darling, so am I. And I still searched for hours, and you didn't even try. Now I'm left searching for the answers. Was it something about September? I don't know. 'Cause everything around me's changing. I'm trying to let go. Was it a trick of the light or a change in the weather? Or maybe something about September. You set my heart on fire. That's a warmth you never felt. Now the music's all but lift me, and I'm singing for myself. Now I'm here screaming at the shadows. Was it something about September? I don't know. 'Cause everything around me's changing. I'm trying to let go. Was it a trick of the light or a change in the weather? Or maybe something about September. Maybe it's something about September. Maybe it's something about September.
Thank you.
This next one was a song that we didn't really know if it was going to make the record or not.
Yeah, it was hard because we both really loved the song, but it was the obvious outlier in all of the tracks that we'd come into the studio with.
It wants really desperately to be a rock song, and I was like, Cody, with your major in composition, please fix it, help. The answer was strings, lots of strings. And our strings players that we had on the record were amazing. They got a kick. They're like, hey, what if we try this? And I was like, yes, keep going. But this is a favorite one of mine to perform. I get to be extra dramatic. I tend to not actually like being the center of attention in real life, which is funny because I do this. But I get to like take up lots of space with this song, so it's fun for me. But this is one on the record called Soothsayer. When the dust first breathed life, child, don't touch the fire. Guess the ashes have called from the start. In the chaos and calm, cut a slash across your palm. Promised blood, it poisons your heart. From the shadows of the crowd, there's a hand reaching out. It can offer the things that you seek. There's a price to be paid, but ain't that every trade? You're just looking for strength when you're weak. Oh, you know there's a flickering darkness, and it's
sings out like sirens to you. Yeah, it's sickly sweet and elegantly violent. But these deaths that you take, they will someday come due. Hungry hands reaching out, crave for more, lust for blood, bring the fattened calf and slaughter the sheep. Fingers wrapped round the crown like they tore at her gown. Who will die for the secrets you keep? Oh, you know there's a flickering darkness, and it sings out like sirens to you. Yeah, it's sickly sweet and elegantly violent. But these deaths that you take, they will someday come to. Ravens come like oracles, speaking in tongues, and it sounds like a song that has never felt lungs. The thing that you hate is the thing you've become. Blessed are the words of the soothsaying son. Sweet and elegantly violent. But these deaths that you take, they will someday come to. But these deaths that you take, they will someday come due. Thank y'all. We're just going to do two more for you tonight. Thank you so much again for hanging out, for sticking around. I know it's a school night.
Thank you, guys. It's really been an honor to play here, and really an honor to send Jordan off this way.
It's been wonderful. We're going to... Hey, that's the question. Where did he go? Somebody find him. He's up? Okay, cool. Wonderful. Sounds good. Thank you. Thank you for waiting. We're gonna chill it out for you in just a little bit before we send you off with a bang. I was really excited about this, and I was like, oh, we didn't write a sad song. My mom's going to be really happy. This is, like, hopeful. It's great. Like, a little melancholic, but, like, very hopeful. And we were playing it for a little bit of his family at one point, and Aunt Jeannie, first of all, she hardly looked up from her knitting, so that should have been the first sign. But as soon as the song ends, without missing a beat, she's like, why don't you guys write any happy songs? I was like, this one isn't sad. Aunt Jeannie, not quite.
We tried.
We tried. But this is the song that closes the record. It just doesn't quite feel like a show closer, so we tend to put it second to last. But this is Things Fall Apart. We're getting there, I promise. Sometimes things fall apart, so maybe we could fall together like a bone that has to break to finally heal. And I ain't gonna try to say it didn't hurt along the way, but dear, just hold your heart, 'cause sometimes things fall apart. There's a hollow, there's a hurt when we crash back down to earth, when the towers that we've built fall to our feet. And you'll find who you can trust standing in the cloud of dust, but you can't see the morning through the grief. Sometimes things fall apart, so maybe we could fall together
together like a bone that has to break to finally heal. And I ain't gonna try to say it didn't hurt along the way, but dear, just hold your heart, 'cause sometimes things fall apart. There's a trouble, there's a rage, and we've got no one left to blame. And you wonder if God's listening anymore. There's a fire in your veins that no flood could wash away. So you look up to the sky during the storm. Sometimes things fall apart, so maybe we could fall together like a bone that has to break to finally heal. And I ain't gonna try to say it didn't hurt along the way, but dear, just hold your heart, 'cause sometimes things fall apart. And I ain't gonna try to say it didn't hurt along the way, but dear, just hold your heart, 'cause sometimes things fall apart.
Thank you, guys. I promise we're gonna send you off with a bang. It's not even sad. It's a lot of fun. I feel very silly sitting this singing down, but my physical therapist and surgeon would be much more happy with me if I did. I almost argued for this one to be a single, but all the other ones were a little bit too easy to pick. This is just so much fun. This was another one that I was like, I have this weird idea, and I wrestled with it for a couple of weeks, trying to be like, how can I spin this and like make it metaphorical or like something? And by the time I sort of like tossed this idea out to him, I had spun myself in circles trying to figure it out, and he was like, okay, but like, why don't we take it literally and just really lean into it? And I was like, yes. Again, he likes my weird ideas. It's part of why this works. So what we have is a folktale of like a mythological witch woman that runs the devil out of town. Be wary if you see her. This will be our last one for the evening, guys. Again, thank you so much. We would love to chat with y'all after the set. Truly, 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 talking with y'all after the show is like one of our favorite things. Pet the dog, get a sticker, say hi. But this will be our last one for the night. It's one called Run, Devil, Run. Run, devil, run toward the rising of the sun. Run, devil, run away from me. When you hear me coming round, you best get out of this town. And if you don't, there will be hell to pay. Some claim they've seen her working most just here in the dead of night. It's a howling in the wind, they say, like it's calling for a fight. She don't come just when you call her, but she'll be there when there's need. 'Cause she's there to hunt the devil down, yeah, she wants to see him bleed. And she says, run, devil, run toward the rising of the sun. Run, devil, run away from me. When you hear me coming round, you best get out of this town. And if you don't, there'll be hell to pay.
Call her prophet, call her priestess, call her witch or patron saint. Well, we know Jesus ain't around no more, and there's people needing saved. Don't think God's got any part of it, no holy books or ancient tongues. But there's a bottle of fire in her hands, and there's fire in her lungs.
And she says, run, devil, run toward the rising of the sun. Run,
Run, devil, run away from me. When you hear me coming round, you best get out of this town. And if you don't, there'll be hell to pay. Don't know if it's a gift she has, don't know if it's a curse. Wonder if she's chased the devil down since he's come into this world. You wonder if you were just dreaming, if you heard some unholy brawl. But you'll feel a presence in your bones when she comes to make her call. We keep monsters in our storybooks, we hang heroes on our walls. But of the folklore and the fables, she's the tallest tale of all. And she says, run, devil, run toward the rising of the sun. Run, devil, run away from me. When you hear me coming round, you best get out of this town. She said, run, 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 devil, run.
Thank you.
Thank y'all so much, guys. Y'all have been so wonderful. We cannot wait to be back. We will be back at some point, don't you worry. Thank you again, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, I'm gonna jet.